You have to be strong enough to endure these things. You have to approach women. With today's social media, she's constantly being hit on. Women are always in the game. You have to stay focused. We are men. That's what we do. Good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you could join me here today. As always, I am recording in the afternoon, which I don't usually do. We got the lawnmower going outside. It's always so much better in the morning. It's much quieter. I just got off work, so I'm in my work clothes, my other profession. But I said I was going to make a video today, so I'm making a video today. I had a presentation to do this morning for John from Modern Life Dating, and that went really well. It was a long presentation, about 2 hours. I'm still a little hoarse for that. Now I have one of my kids knocking on the door. Excuse me. I'm doing a video. When you have 6 kids in the home, sometimes you can't help from being interrupted. But they know I usually don't make videos in the afternoon, so can't blame them. So today has been a challenging day. It's been a rewarding day, but I got up at 5:30. I had to get ready. I worked out, had to get ready for the presentation, and we got off without a problem at 8 o'clock, because the last time we did it, we had a lot of issues. Zoom was having problems. I had people coming here unexpectedly, knocking on the door. The serviceman came here. So, but we got through it and it went good too. But today went fairly smooth. And so I felt good about that. And then when I finished that, I went and did my, I had the boys out on the job. I had the crew working, so I went back out there and worked for a while this afternoon. Then I got home and I had this, they canceled my insurance or something. So the loan company's telling me that they're gonna instate insurance if I don't get it. I'm like, this always renews automatically. So after 30 minutes on the phone, as you guys know how it is, wasting my time of listening to recordings that tell you how valuable you are to them as a customer. I'm glad I don't treat my clients like that. I would not have many clients if I treated them in that way. Okay, but I was able to keep myself together. I got a little frustrated, didn't say anything mean to anybody. So it turns out I've had insurance the whole time. It was reinstated, but there was some mix-up between the insurance company and the mortgage company. So there you go. So, wasted my time. But these are things you have to do. This is what a man has to do. It's part of being a man. Usually when I get home from work, I have paperwork to do, and sometimes I don't feel like doing it, but I do it. It doesn't matter what you feel like. If you're a man, you need to do what you need to do. You're not a woman, you can't go by your feelings. Now, I'm not negating feelings. Feelings, intuition, these things are important. But if you only did what you felt like doing, you wouldn't get much done. I love my work. I love the YouTube. I love presentations. I love all that. Now, I don't always feel like doing that, but I love it. And there's a satisfaction and a fulfillment that comes from that is what makes it great being a man. My son got in some trouble. One of them, he lost his license for a while and he had to go through all the hoops to get it back. So I was writing out a couple bills and I went to mail them, and I got the mail out of the box and he got a letter. It was this license. I could feel it was hard inside. So he was getting ready to leave, and then we're in the car, and I stopped my son Frank, who was driving. I said, Henry, come here, I got something here. So he comes up and I said, I think it's your license. He opens it up, and man, it's his license. He has not had it for maybe 6 months or more. So he's just as excited as can be. He's jumping up and down. He's 19 years old. He's actually the lead man of my company. He's in charge when I'm not there. He does a great job. Now, I have an older son, but Henry's more, how do I say, he's better for the job, or he's more, I don't want to say capable, because I believe my other sons are capable, but they're just not as interested. So he got his license back, and he went back to get in the car with the other boys, and he was just jumping up and down, all excited, and then they drove off, and I'm just sitting there on the porch, and I'm thinking how rich I am. It's just, how can you put a price on that? To see your boy happy, to see your boys driving off to go to the boxing gym. There's 3 of them in the car. There's 4 going. But I don't know where 3 of them weren't going. I'm not sure if they're going yet. But anyway, sometimes just to watch those boys walk off with their arms around each other, it's kind of a Spanish thing. They do that. The gringos don't do that. But to see the camaraderie between those guys, he got in the car and he was yelling and screaming, and they're all excited for him because he got his license back. I can't explain the feeling of that, but it's something that you can't buy with money. I mean, I like money. I've said that today in the present. I like money. I like having money. Money allows me to speak to you guys, to do that presentation today, to travel when I want to do things other people can't do. But here's what you have to do. You have to be willing to do today what others won't, so you can have what others don't have tomorrow. It's really just that simple. Most people want to come home from work and just forget about work. I never forget about work. I'm always working if I'm around the phone. I never know when somebody's going to call or what I have to do, unless I travel, and even then, sometimes if I'm still getting messages. But I like that. I prefer that than to have to go work for someone and just come home every day. I tried that for maybe 6 months of my life. It's just not me. If that works for you, that's great. But it's just, I'm very fortunate. And one of the reasons I do this YouTube channel is because I want to pass on to you the lessons I've learned in life that have brought me to this point of the richness and the prosperity I have inside of me. And I'm not talking about money, as I said. Money is an important part, and I make good money, and I like that too, and I like to make more money. I'm moving to make more money. My income is steadily increasing. But it's not the pursuit of money. If you think when you get so much money you're going to be happy, that's bullshit. I don't care how much money you get. Unless what you have today is enough, you'll never have enough. Many people would look at me, these millionaires, I'll tell you one, who is it, Grant Cardone. I listen to him, I like him, but he would tell me I was broke. Compared to him, I suppose I am. He's like worth 500 million. But the point is, I'm not broke. I'm rich in a way that I would want to pass on to you, that I never thought was possible. So prosperity is more than money. Money's a part of it. I mean, I have a nice big house, I have a beautiful yard with statues, I have a car, and I have my work vehicle. So yeah, money is a necessity, but it's not the end all of everything. You have to remember that, because some of the greatest pleasures and things that give you fulfillment in life cannot be bought. Like that little scene I just told you about with my son. You can't buy that. I get to go to sometimes watch my son and my daughter sing in concerts, or watch them play sports. My boys will be boxing pretty soon. I'm going to get to watch them fight. These things you can't make happen. These things evolve. They evolve from you if you decide to be a parent. And your children learn by your example. I never told my kids to box. I never pushed them to do it. I don't push them to do anything, except when they're working for me. I push them to get off their ass and get moving. No, they're good workers, but they're young, so you have to push them sometimes. They go by your example. They're going to do what you do more so than what you say. Now, if what you say lines up with what you do, then they'll probably follow that example too. But it's very important to be an example for your kids. Are you the kind of person you want your children to be? Because what they see in you is what they're going to be. even if they hate it. How many of you have hated the way your parents were and then found yourself later doing the same thing? Something you didn't like, but you did the same thing. But it's good if you can recognize it and be aware of it. Then you can stop it. You cannot fix anything unless you can recognize there's something that needs to be fixed. Life is all about growth and expansion. And you can't expand or grow if you don't think you need to. If you think it's everybody else's fault or they are to blame. It all emanates from within you. And I'm going to cut it off right there. It gives you something to think about. If you'd like to get my help personally, marksinspiration.com is my website. Check me out on Instagram at marksinspiration. If you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're watching this on Instagram, check me out on YouTube at Mark Daniels, Mark's Inspiration. And I think that's it. Check out my books on Amazon. Coming Back Home, The True Adventure of Mark Daniels, and The Power is Within. Check those out. Good reads. And I'm going to get out of here. Take care. Shout out to Affy Kingdom. Check him out. He's got like 20-some books on Amazon. I've read like 3 or 4 of them already. And he actually sent me a box of them. So I'm reading through those. Great books. All right, I'm out of here. Take care. See you tomorrow.